Life can be painful. Hearts break, relationships shatter. In these moments it feels as though the very foundation of our existence is crumbling beneath us. The people we once trusted, the dreams we once held dear, all seem to vanish in an instant, leaving behind a void that seems impossible to fill. The weight of this emotional turmoil can be unbearable, making it difficult to see beyond the immediate pain and heartache. We experience loss, disappointment, and betrayal. These experiences are universal, touching every soul at some point in their journey. The sting of a broken promise, the ache of unfulfilled expectations, and the sorrow of losing someone dear to us can leave deep scars. Each of these moments chips away at our sense of security and belonging, making us question our worth and the meaning of our lives. These moments leave us feeling lost and alone. The isolation that accompanies such pain can be profound, making us feel as though we are the only ones suffering. We retreat into ourselves, building walls to protect our fragile hearts from further harm. The world outside seems distant and uninviting, a stark contrast to the vibrant life we once knew. In our solitude, we grapple with our emotions, trying to make sense of the chaos within. The pain can be overwhelming, threatening to consume us. It can feel like a relentless storm, battering us from all sides, leaving us gasping for breath. The nights are long and sleepless, filled with thoughts that refuse to quiet down. The days are a blur, each one blending into the next, with no end in sight. We struggle to find a way out, to break free from the grip of our suffering. It's easy to question if things will ever get better. Doubt creeps in, whispering that this is our new reality, that happiness is a distant memory. We wonder if we will ever find joy again, if the light will ever return to our lives. The uncertainty of the future looms large, casting a shadow over our every thought and action. We search for answers, for a glimmer of hope to guide us through the darkness. But even in our darkest moments there is hope. It may be a faint glimmer, barely visible through the haze of our despair, but it is there. Hope is the quiet voice that reminds us that we are stronger than we think, that we have the resilience to overcome even the most daunting challenges. It is the gentle nudge that encourages us to keep going, to take one more step, even when the path ahead is unclear. We are not alone in our suffering. There are others who have walked this path before us, who have faced similar trials and emerged stronger on the other side. Their stories of resilience and recovery can serve as a beacon of hope, lighting the way for us. We can find solace in the company of those who understand our pain, who offer a listening ear and a comforting presence. Together, we can share our burdens and find strength in our collective resilience. A loving God sees our pain and offers comfort and healing. In our moments of deepest despair, we can turn to Him for solace and guidance. His love is a constant presence, a source of unwavering support that can help us navigate the storms of life. Through prayer and reflection, we can find peace and clarity, knowing that we are held in His loving embrace. His promises of comfort and restoration give us the strength to face each new day with renewed hope. He promises to walk with us through the valleys and lead us to a place of restoration. No matter how deep our pain, no matter how long the journey, we are never alone. His presence is a guiding light, leading us toward healing and wholeness. As we walk this path, we can find moments of beauty and joy, reminders that life, despite its hardships, is filled with moments of grace. With faith and perseverance, we can emerge from the darkness, stronger and more resilient than before. God sees our brokenness, He knows the pain we carry, He understands the tears we cry, and He wants to heal us. He is the God of restoration, the one who mends broken hearts and rebuilds shattered lives. His presence brings comfort and peace. His love offers hope and strength. He is near to the brokenhearted, ready to bind up their wounds and make them whole. God's love is unfailing. It's not based on our performance or our worthiness. It's a love freely given, a gift poured out on us simply because He created us and calls us His own. Even when we stumble and fall, His love remains. Even when we doubt and question, His love persists. This unwavering love is the foundation for our healing and restoration. King David, a man after God's own heart, knew the pain of brokenness. He experienced betrayal, loss, and deep sorrow, yet through it all, he clung to God. In the Psalms, we read David's raw and honest prayers. We see his tears, his anguish, and his cries for help, but we also witness his unwavering faith in God's love and his power to restore. Section 5. Joseph's Journey. Joseph's story is a testament to God's ability to work through even the most difficult circumstances. Born into a family of 12 brothers, Joseph was his father Jacob's favorite, a fact that did not sit well with his siblings. His father even gifted him a richly ornamented robe, which only fueled their jealousy and resentment. Sold into slavery by his own brothers, Joseph's life took a drastic turn. They were so envious of him that they plotted to kill him, but instead they decided to sell him to a caravan of Ishmaelites heading to Egypt. This act of betrayal was just the beginning of Joseph's trials. Joseph faced unimaginable betrayal and hardship. In Egypt, he was sold to Potiphar, one of Pharaoh's officials. Despite his dire circumstances, Joseph remained faithful to God. However, his troubles were far from over. Potiphar's wife falsely accused him of trying to seduce her, leading to his imprisonment, yet God was with him. Even in prison, Joseph found favor in the eyes of the warden, who put him in charge of all the prisoners. Joseph's ability to interpret dreams came to light when he correctly interpreted the dreams of Pharaoh's cupbearer and baker, who were also imprisoned. He elevated Joseph to a position of power. When Pharaoh had troubling dreams that none of his wise men could interpret, the cupbearer remembered Joseph. Brought before Pharaoh, Joseph interpreted the dreams as a warning of 7 years of abundance, followed by 7 years of famine. Impressed by his wisdom, Pharaoh appointed Joseph as the second in command of Egypt, and used him to save countless lives. During the years of abundance, Joseph oversaw the collection and storage of surplus grain. When the famine struck, Egypt had enough food to sustain not only its people but also those from surrounding nations who came seeking help. Through it all, God's plan for good prevailed. Joseph's brothers, driven by hunger, came to Egypt to buy grain. They did not recognize Joseph, but he knew them. After testing their character, Joseph revealed his identity, leading to a heartfelt reunion and reconciliation. Joseph's life is a powerful reminder that God can bring beauty from ashes. What his brothers meant for harm, God used for good, not only to save their family, but also to preserve many nations. Joseph's journey from the pit to the palace is a testament to the transformative power of faith and perseverance, and turn our pain into a testimony of his grace. Joseph's story encourages us to trust in God's plan, even when we face trials and tribulations. It reminds us that no matter how bleak our circumstances may seem, there is always hope, and God's purpose for our lives will ultimately prevail. Section 6. Letting go. Healing begins when we surrender our brokenness to God. This means acknowledging our pain, our hurt, and our need for his healing touch. It means letting go of bitterness, anger, and resentment. It's a daily choice to release our burdens into God's capable hands and trust him to work in our lives. Section 7. Forgiveness found. Forgiveness is essential for healing and restoration. It doesn't mean condoning the wrong done to us. It means releasing the offender from our judgment and choosing to move forward in freedom. Forgiveness is a gift we give ourselves, a release from the bondage of bitterness. It paves the way for reconciliation both with others and with ourselves. Section 8. Shoulder to lean on. We weren't meant to walk through life alone. From the very beginning, humans have thrived in communities. It's in our nature to seek companionship, to share our joys and sorrows, and to lean on each other in times of need. When we face life's challenges, having a shoulder to lean on can make all the difference. It's not just about having someone to talk to, but about feeling understood and supported. God gave us the gift of community, a divine design that ensures we are never truly alone. In a world that can often feel isolating, our communities become our refuge. They are the places where we find connection, understanding, and a sense of belonging. Whether it's a church group, a circle of friends, or a supportive family, these communities are a testament to the power of human connection. A group of people who can support us, encourage us, and uplift us when we are down. They are the ones who celebrate our victories and stand by us during our defeats. In these moments of connection, we find strength we never knew we had. It's in the shared laughter, the comforting hugs, and the words of encouragement that we realize we are not alone in our journey, and help us carry our burdens. Life's challenges can often feel overwhelming, but with the support of a loving community, those burdens become lighter. When we share our struggles, we allow others to step in and help, turning our individual trials into collective triumphs. It's a beautiful reminder that we are stronger together than we are alone. The church should be a safe haven, a sanctuary where we can find peace and solace. It's a place where we can come as we are without fear of judgment or rejection. Within its walls, we find a community that mirrors the unconditional love and acceptance that God offers us. It's a place where we can lay down our burdens and find rest for our souls. A place where we can be vulnerable, where we can share our deepest fears and our greatest hopes. In this sacred space, we find the courage to open up, knowing that we will be met with compassion and understanding. It's in these moments of vulnerability that true healing begins, as we allow ourselves to be seen and loved for who we truly are, and receive love and care without judgment. In a world that often demands perfection, the church offers a refreshing contrast. It's a place where we can be imperfect, where our flaws and mistakes are met with grace. Here we learn that we are worthy of love, not because of what we do, but because of who we are. This unconditional acceptance is a powerful force for healing and transformation. Surrounding ourselves with supportive relationships is crucial for healing and growth. These relationships provide the foundation upon which we build our lives. They offer us a sense of security and belonging, reminding us that we are never truly alone. As we navigate the ups and downs of life, it's these connections that sustain us, giving us the strength to keep moving forward. In the embrace of a loving community, we find the courage to face whatever comes our way. Section 9. A Hopeful Future. Our hope is not found in our circumstances, but in the unchanging character of God. He promises ultimate restoration in His kingdom. A day is coming when there will be no more tears, no more pain, and no more suffering. This hope sustains us through our present trials and reminds us that God is working all things together for our good.